Welcome to our web exclusive. I'm Mike Montecalvo, along with Eyewitness News analyst Lieutenant General Reginald Centracchio. General, the President proposed cybersecurity measures after Twitter and YouTube sites for the U.S. military's Central Command were hacked. It's hard to believe we continue to talk every week, a different site getting hacked. Now the Pentagon is involved.
Yeah, the Pentagon is involved, but the solution that President Obama is talking about is nothing new. In essence, it's a system to be able to share information between private industry and the Defense Department. There's still some quagmire, so to speak, within the Congress, because there's a real fine balance between privacy and making sure we get the information we need. So therein lies the problem. Can it happen? Sure it can, but there are trade-offs that we need to address.
All right, you alluded to private industry. How about Homeland Security? How does that play into it?
Homeland Security, that's the sharing of information between private industry and Homeland Security, Defense Department, and other agencies. But clearly there's a problem that is perceived that we would be giving away some of our own privacy. But unfortunately, that would be part of the entire solution to prevent future hackings like this and to address cybersecurity as it presents itself.
You know, you just mentioned that, in Paris they're talking about that right now, and some of the people are hesitant. They don't want to give away some of their freedoms because of the terrorist attack that took place in Paris. It's not a cyber attack, but now I think they're starting to realize what could happen to their country.
Exactly. It's intelligence gathering and intelligence sharing. And those are the two key issues I think are basic to any program that's going to be able to solve some of the problem on prevention of hacking into secure programs. It has to be based upon a sharing of information. And then at some point you have to make a decision as to how much privacy would be costing us, and how much is it more favor of the majority of the country being benefited from having a secure program.
Well, the hackers claim to support the Islamic State militant group. State Department is not sure. Will they ever know it was them?
Most likely not, until someone comes out and says, we did this. The same thing happens as you and I were talking earlier with the Sony situation. We're looking at North Korea as being the culprit. At the same time, there's no definitive information that would lead us to say this did happen and it was the responsibility of North Korea. The same thing because there's nothing really that we can go back and track it to someone so definitively you say this is it, because it's so wide of an area that you can't possibly say this particular individual did it because it's so wide a band.
All right, the documents include personal phone numbers, email addresses, other small items. Could you say this is possibly a test to see what they could hack, not something very important?
Mike, you're right on. All of these, in my opinion, is perhaps a test for better things to come. And it's a matter of seeing where the weaknesses are, where they can in fact make a significant entry into our programs, and then leveraging that to make a bigger one, such as the Defense Department. And once again, this is nothing new. This happened several years ago too. And they're looking for real weak points and that weak link that would enable them to break into our system and compromise it.
All right, you said it's happened before. Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel says it wasn't a big deal, it's just a violation. Do you agree with that?
Not necessarily. I understand his job is to make sure that he can talk in a positive way, and I understand that. It is a big deal insofar as it is a challenge that we need to come up with systems to preclude people from using it as a test to begin with. His assessment is that we didn't lose any classified information, and perhaps we didn't. Nevertheless, the system was still compromised. That's my major concern.
You've been talking about this probably for a couple of years now, that cyber attacks are the next big terrorist attack. Is this a pattern that's going on here?
I think so, and I think what you're going to see, unfortunately, is that you're going to see in the future a simultaneous cyber attack across the United States and other parts of the world in different agencies, such as perhaps transportation, our nuclear capability, our grid systems, all at the same time. And that would be a huge challenge to be able to overcome that, and if it happens at the same time, because you don't know where to start first.
Quickly, General, what do we do next then?
Next time, in reference to this particular thing, we need to come up with a system. And I understand every system has a link in it that's able to be compromised. We need to come up with a better system that we can ensure that it is absolutely foolproof. And that's a big challenge.
All right, General, as always, thank you for your thoughts, and thanks for watching.